What's up? How you doing? Thanks for checking out the show. This is Next Window Please. I'm your host, Nick Allen. Welcome back. I went to start recording this in a little makeshift studio I have set up here. And just to my right, the back corner here, a big, steamy pile of dog shit. As it actually wasn't steamy, it looks like it had been there for a while, but nobody really uses this room much. And I was like, oh, all right, yeah, let's crack the knuckles, little fucking next window, please. And then, big pile of dog shit. I think it was from the new puppy, Frank. He's a stud, but I don't think our smaller dogs don't have turds that size. And he doesn't spend a lot of time upstairs. Sometimes I'll follow my wife up here. She's doing some shit, and we're really gonna have to fucking keep an eye on it. We've been making a point of closing all the doors, but he's a sneaky bastard. And I don't think he's shit intentionally up here. At some point he made the decision that he was going to shit there, but I don't think it was his intention when he came upstairs to shit up here. He's very attached to my wife, and I imagine what happened is he might have had a shit, and if he was downstairs, he would have let us know he needed to go outside. But he was so excited to follow her up here to see whatever she was doing that he's like, you know what? I'll just literally fuck this shit. We'll take care of this, whatever we have to. He snuck off into a corner. He's not dumb. He's, 5 months old, and he's the smartest dog we have by far. Roxy is the middle child now, and she's always kind of acted like a middle puppy, like middle child syndrome, but it bugs me when people compare their dogs to kids. I didn't mean to do that, but she's in the middle, and she's always kind of acted like it. What is middle child syndrome? Should I look that up? I've always thought that it was just people kind of acting out for attention, knowing that their older siblings might get more attention. It describes the psychological pressures felt by children who are not the oldest or youngest, often leading to feelings of being overlooked, invisible, or neglected by parents. While not a recognized clinical disorder, it is a popular concept reflecting how birth order can influence personality and behavior. Potentially fostering traits like independence, adaptability, and mediating skills alongside challenges such as lower self-esteem and attention-seeking behaviors. Yeah, Roxy's always kind of had that, even though she lived most of her life. I mean, I think she's maybe 12. She's always kind of acted like that. It's like, my daughter too, the middle child. She kind of acted like a middle child before she had a younger sibling as well, and she would have been 3, nearly 4 when he was born. Anyway, it's fun. I like it though. Like, my daughter doesn't put up with any fucking shit. I wish each of my kids has traits that I wish I had more of. Like, my oldest son is very responsible, make sure shit's taken care of. My daughter doesn't take fucking any shit from anybody. She lets people know exactly what she's thinking and why. I do that sometimes. Usually it's to my detriment, but I think if I was better at phrasing it like she was, I'd be better off. My youngest son is he's fucking determined and motivated, and he's very disciplined. And yeah, I need to be more like my kids. It's been fun recently watching my youngest son play high school football. His team has been beating the absolute shit out of everybody they play, and it's been fun to watch. The Nebraska Cornhuskers, I'm a big fan of, have also been playing well. They've played 2 teams that aren't that great, but they just beat the shit out of them too. In Nebraska, beating shit out of the teams like that, yes, they're not the top tier opponents that they're going to be facing, but they haven't even been beating those like lower level teams like they did the past couple weeks for a long time. That's been awesome. And then on Sundays, I guess the Friday night to open the season, the Chiefs have just been fucking getting beat. They lost the first 2 games of the season. That's the first time they've done that since 2014, where I think it was Andy Reid's second year as a coach there. Mahomes has never gone 0-2. And yeah, it does suck to see him lose. I don't know. I feel like the Chiefs have done a lot. We just want me to bitch. Like, how could they? Like, I don't know. How could they win all these fucking Super Bowls? They've won what, 3 out of the last 5 or 6 Super Bowls? Like, what they've done is insane. I had to unfollow some people on Twitter on Sunday. They're like, this coaching staff and front office haven't put together a decent product for years. Just February, 7 months ago, just over 7 months ago, early February, they were playing for an unprecedented 3rd Super Bowl championship in a row. Nobody's ever done that. They won the fucking first 2 before that. You're gonna say for years they haven't had their shit together? That's nuts. Fucking nuts. I don't know. The Chiefs have fucking. It's gotta. I don't think they'll bottom out, but it's gotta kind of come back to the ground at some point. What they've done is absolutely fucking insane, and you can't sustain that fucking year. Nobody goes to the Super Bowl every year, and yeah, it'd be nice if they could this year, because it might be Travis Kelce's last year, but what are you gonna get mad? Your team doesn't go every year. I'm still amazed they played, and I never thought I'd fucking see it. I seriously was worried. I was relieved when their plane landed in Miami for that first Super Bowl. It was just so fucking crazy to me that they would ever take the field at a Super Bowl. And now they've won all these, and then they'd be like, oh, the coach and the GM, and they're like, man, fucking, relax a little bit. And they played 2 good teams. They're not losing to, like, shit teams. I've been rewatching Friday Night Lights as well. I watched the movie not that long ago, like on the lead up to football season. I think it was just like ready for football to start. So I watched Friday Night Lights, the old James Vanderbeek, late to mid 90s high school football film. And then I've been rewatching Friday Night Lights actual football series, which I like a lot more than the movie. I think that first season of Friday Night Lights might be some of the best TV that I've ever seen. It's great. The writing and the characters, and I don't know, I like it. I like it a lot. None of this has much to do with food, but we'll get there. I'd forgotten to mention a couple things on the last solo episode when I was talking about Vegas. Yeah, and I hope everybody's enjoyed the episodes with my dad and with Cameron Logsden. Gonna work on getting some more guests on here. Yeah, check them out if you saw them. I hope you dug them, and if you haven't, check them out. Yeah, so the solo episode where I was talking about Vegas, I forgot to mention I bought this book about this dude named Chesty Pulley. He's like the most celebrated and decorated Marine in history. I think he fought in wars from fucking Panama up until maybe, I don't know if they let him go to Vietnam or not, but he wanted to. He's like the legendary Marine. So I read his Wikipedia page, and it sounded super interesting. And then the Wikipedia page referenced this book to like Chesty Puller. I should have brought it in here to hold it up. Auction it off. But as I before I said, it's just like, was it a great book? I read about fucking 20, 30 pages of the beginning of the book, and it just never really like latched. It went through some interesting things that he had done, but the style it was written and the amount of pages left, and like, it just felt like the author was just like piecing together everything he'd done instead of like creating like a fucking like an interesting narrative or something. Like, I don't know, like what that guy fucking keep in his pockets and shit. I want to know, like stuff like that. Then weave that into all the rest of it. It's like, oh, he was in Nicaragua and he served with this guy, and this guy said this. Some of the things he said were interesting, but yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting the Band of Brothers books. I think that'll be better, because that book inspired the whole television series, which I think might be the best TV that's ever been made. That book's got to be better. I might check that out. I'm not gonna give up. I'm 43. I'm gonna, that Chesty Puller book didn't really do it. It's the first book I picked up, but sadly in a long time. So you can scroll through your phone, and that's not. I don't know. I'm like, technically I am reading things, but it's not like reading. It's not like getting your mind to focus on like one thing. I think I need to work on that a little bit. I'm not gonna delve into politics too much on next window, please. I did have thinking about just reading all these thoughts and everything. They're changing the Department of Defense to Department of War, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to create a Department of GWAR. GWAR. I don't even know any other songs, but like those press conferences would be fun if you just had like the big fucking the lizards or the dragons and shit from GWAR. Like, if everything's gonna be crazy, like make it fucking crazy. Department of GWAR. Now introducing the Department of GWAR. And how could they across the political spectrum, how could you even be like, yeah, I don't know what they're doing? Like, fuck yeah, man. It's Department of GWAR. Like, let's go check this shit out. I don't even know the titles of any GWAR songs. I almost went to see them live not that long ago. Maybe a year or two ago. Yeah. GWAR. Oh, this could be problematic. They have an album from 1992 called America Must Be Destroyed. That might lead to some resistance as far as the Department of GWAR goes. But say, hey, I don't know, times have changed, people change, GWAR changes, and maybe, do you want to, drain the swamp? Like, maybe just, they're just saying the swamp must be destroyed. And who better to work on destroying a swamp than a bunch of fucking insanely costumed, or let's say that they're real, like, lizards, dragons. Yeah. We gotta look. I wonder what they're actually. Let's go through some of this more songs. GWAR from America Must Be Destroyed. The Road Behind. The Salamanizer. Sick of You. Let Us Slay. I think that's good. That's off an album called Lust in Space. I need to listen to some more GWAR. Fuck This Place. Title off of a 2017 album called The Blood of Gods. Saddam a Go-Go from an album called The Toilet Earth, 1994. Immortal Computer from 2001. Slaughterama. Fuck yeah. So they've got a song called Immortal Corruptor off of an album called Violence Has Arrived from 2001. If you're going to have the Department of War, Violence Has Arrived, fucking you bring in the Department of GWAR. I think it would fit. So fucking stupid. Identified by their distinctly grotesque costumes, GWAR's core thematic and visual concept revolves around an elaborate science fiction theme mythology which portrays the band members as barbaric medieval Nordic, mythological, biblical or interplanetary warriors. A narrative which serves as the basis for all the band's albums. Like, what a fucking badass idea. Years active, 1984 to present. Not many people can say that. I'm sure they all thought GWAR was nuts, and GWAR is nuts, but they did it. The only thing I really know about GWAR is from, aside from this stuff, is from what that scene in Empire Records where that dude eats the mushroom brownies and then GWAR invites him to join their band because he plays a mean guitar. Mark. Scumdogs of the universe in this story. Alright. Fuck yeah. I didn't even know if I was going to mention the Department of GWAR when I was putting these notes together for this, but I'm glad I did. I was joking with a friend of mine about the new Pope. He's been working on, or I've been working on. It's not a cog. I feel bad sometimes I'll run shit by, but I'm trying to work on this bit about how it's crazy that the Pope is just like some dude now. Like, he's Pope Leo, but he was just a guy that fucking went to high school in Chicago. If you just seen this guy, your class reunion, he's asking people how many kids they have and shit. Now he runs the biggest pedophile ring in the world. That kind of leads in to this. I forgot to mention this on the Vegas episode as well. While we were walking around the streets, the strip of Vegas, there was some incense. It smelled incensey, and my daughter, she goes, "It smells like a funeral, a Catholic one." It did. It fucking did. Okay, I think that gets into it. We'll start talking about some food more here. Again, thanks for listening. I always got stand-up shows coming up. Please check out my website, nicksalins.com. I'm going to be doing a Council Bluff show this Saturday. the 20th at a bar called Kickers with my friend Tyler Walsh, and I'll be up on Todd and Tyler Radio Empire throughout this week and next. We had yesterday off, and then I had something I had to do this morning. Not court, but I will be back there tomorrow. Also, when we were in Vegas, I can't believe I fucking forgot to mention this on the last episode. I forgot to fucking write it down. I've been trying to get better about writing down stuff. So, we're at this restaurant. I'd ordered cheeseburger sliders, and my daughter and her boyfriend had ordered pulled pork sliders. And after a while, this dude comes out and he hands me a plate of cheeseburgers, and he goes, and here's the pulled pork. Are they a little bit confused before that? He's like, we're like, which one's the pulled pork? And he's like, this. Just hands the burgers to me, and then also hands burgers to them. And we're like, that's pulled pork? And he's like, yeah, I think that's pulled pork. And then so we hold them both up together, both plates. They look exactly the same, but it was obvious that one of them was not pulled pork. Like, there's a big difference between the way fucking pulled pork and a cheeseburger look. I've never confused the two. I get where this guy was coming from. I think he just thought he'd be like, maybe be able to be like, yeah, fuck it, tell him it's pulled pork. I didn't want to pull, not that there is a Midwestern card, but I'm like, dude, we see pulled pork a lot. I imagine I don't know if it's as prevalent here or everywhere else as it is here. Like, do you go to a bunch of family reunions in the Northeast and there's pulled pork? What happens in fucking Florida? Are people bringing pulled pork there? Oregon? What's happening? Please, if anybody is listening from any of those pockets of the country, let me know. Or if you're somewhere where you don't see pulled pork very much. I'd say living in Omaha, living in the Midwest, going to parties, family gatherings, I probably run into pulled pork, I don't know, 8 times a year. Is that average? I'm sure there's some people that live around here that see it less, probably some that see it a lot more, but I wonder how that compares to how much pulled pork people see in other parts of the country. We asked the tough questions here on Next Window, please. But I didn't want to be like, dude, I know what fucking pulled pork is. Like, what's one of those phrases? Or are you gonna, like, fucking piss on me and tell me it's raining or something? Or, right, shit in the corner and tell me it's mud? It's gonna be like, punch me and tell me it's the breeze. I'm sure there's a bunch of cliches like that. Fucking, I'm trying to think of one for jizz. I used to have this fucking buddy of mine. He doesn't do stand-up anymore. He's a firefighter. He's fucking ripped. He's doing well. He's got a bunch of kids. What's up, Steve? If you're listening to this, he used to do stand-up though. And all his jokes would be like, man, when is this gonna be? They'd start off, like, at some point this is just gonna be covered in jizz, and they were, and now my jokes I think are the same way now. Like, I don't know. I think it's funny. What else are we gonna fucking? And they're not all covered in jizz at the end, but there's a lot of them are, and I think there's enough to go around. Yeah, what are you gonna fucking jizz in my hair and tell me it's conditioner? Tell you jizz on my face and tell me it's moisturizer. There's these old classic Midwestern cliche phrases. Yeah, so he took it back. He took the burgers back, and we ended up getting some pulled pork sliders. And it looked like pulled pork. The pulled pork looked a little thicker than what I normally see around here, but they said they were fine. And those are our pulled pork burgers. I go, put that on the menu, motherfucker. The sliders were fine. That's the first time I'd ever ordered sliders as an appetizer for myself. I ate 2 out of the 3. And yeah, that was enough. I don't know, 3 sliders seemed like it would have been a lot. And it was fucking hot. I needed fucking just sweating all day and shit. Alright, I drove to Wichita this past weekend, and I I'm not good at fucking just like driving somewhere, like just barreling through. Um, I like to stop as much as I can. I like to have something to look forward to. I don't know. Every hour, basically, I'll get out, go to the bathroom. If I can have a smoke, maybe get a hot dog somewhere. And so I knew that Love's, hot dog sounded good. And I'd heard good things about Love's corn dogs. I've never had them, but I've heard good things about them. So I'm like, oh, I'm sure the hot dogs are good too. Stop at this Love's. I opened up the bun thing, and the buns are each just individually wrapped in cellophane. I'm like, man, that might be a little concerning. But I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. And then the other thing I had to kind of like push myself mentally twice to get this hot dog. One, so I was not sure how the bun was gonna be. And then the only hot dogs they had other sausages and shit that were done, but the only hot dogs they had were behind the still cooking thing. I'm like, they're probably fine. They didn't look like they'd just been put out there. You know, they'd gotten the fucking whatever the roller glaze is on them. So I knew it wasn't going to be cold. And also, it's a fucking hot dog. You can just eat a hot dog cold if you want. I wasn't worried about food poisoning or salmonella or anything. I'm like, yeah, might not be quite as hot as you want it to be, but fuck it. So I got the bun, the hot dog, a couple of ketchup packets. Yeah, I put ketchup on my hot dogs. I'm not forcing anybody else to. We've discussed that on this show. Like, I don't give a fuck what you put on your hot dog. I don't. So yeah, just let it be. And we have enough going on in this country. There's like people just kind of want to find reasons to be fucking divided. There's enough going on. I mean, like, fuck you, fucking ketchup eating on your hot dog, motherfucker. Like, it's fine. It's fine. That leaves more mustard for you, or more whatever the fuck you want to put on your hot dog. It's not a big deal. You fucking putting ranch on your wings. Gah. I don't get it. Anyway, this hot dog was fucking surprisingly good. The bun was it was soft. It was just warm enough. The hot dog was just warm enough. And yeah, it had a lot of good fucking flavor. I will definitely be back for a Love's hot dog. On that trip back, I also had to get it might have been a Love's, but a smaller Love's. Love's have like varying size thing. But this whatever gas station I stopped at just had a Hardee's attached to it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Whatever, but I just want to get back. And I also want to fucking stop 2 more times. I'm not gonna stop again just for food. It's right here. I'll do that. Went through the drive-through. I get their sausage, egg, sausage egg biscuit, and it was good. I hadn't had Hardee's lunch or anything for a long time, but I thought it was good. The egg is like flakier than like any McDonald's breakfast sandwich you have. Well, a lot of them, like the McMuffins, have the circular egg, which I really like. But this was it was fluffier and still kind of like folded over, but it wasn't like, I don't know, some fast food places or I don't know, hotel breakfast and shit have like just it looks like the rectangular microwavable egg that's just kind of folded on itself like 3 times, like a fucking letter on top of it. And it's all thick, and those can kind of taste weird. The egg was very good. The sausage has just a little bit of like spice to it. I thought it was good. It made me want to go. I'm probably gonna go check out a lunch option at Hardee's. Ooh, maybe this will come into play here later. Got some big news at the end of this episode of Next Window, please. Yeah, I thought it was good. And then this morning, my wife and I had to go do something, and she wanted biscuits and gravy. That Hardee's is really one of the only places that has biscuits and gravy. She likes it from there. She liked it today, and so I got the same thing again. It didn't disappoint. The only thing that was kind of different about the Hardee's today than it was on fucking 2 days ago is that doesn't sound that great. As some of the little hash browns, they have like little crispy rounds, very similar to the size and shape of the Burger King breakfast hash browns. But a bunch of them were clumped together. Like some were groups of 2, some were groups of 3, that was fine. You know, I'm probably going to shove about that many in my mouth at the same time anyway. So it works out. I want to give and I almost said shout out. I don't know. There's got to be a better term than that. I'd like to shine some light on the Reese's Take 5 candy bar. I don't want to get the ingredients wrong here. We've got some of these around our house now. This has been the hardest candy to keep around our house recently. My wife got there's like a Halloween bag that has like little bite size or fun size Reese's Take 5. Reese's Take 5, five ingredients. Okay, I never even really thought about that, but it is chocolate, peanuts, caramel, peanut butter, and pretzels. It's the ratio of it's great. It's the Reese's chocolate, the peanut butter. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup with caramel and peanuts in it, but it's not. The shape is kind of different. It's more. The shape is almost like at least the chocolate texture around it, like an Almond Joy, maybe. But it's definitely it's Reese's chocolate, and there's no fucking coconut in there, so you don't have to worry about the coconut, which is nice. I was going to talk about this. Now I'm going to save this to the end. Yeah, if you got anything you'd like to hit me up about, nextwindowpod@gmail.com. We're going to go through some news, and then we'll get to this thing I'm thinking about doing. I think we'll do it. We'll at least we'll try it a couple times and see what happens. I forgot about this fast food website as well. Fast food post. Okay, fuck it. We'll just have to go back to I should have bookmarked whatever fast food news came up. The biggest fast food news, we can kind of go through some of the rest of this after this. Let me find this article. Wendy's is switching to shredded lettuce on its burgers. If you've ever had a Wendy's burger before, sure you're aware that a lot of times the lettuce will have just, the stalk through the middle of it, which, depending on the piece of lettuce, can be kind of annoying at times. Sometimes I think it can add a nice crunch, but a lot of times I'm like, man, just fucking shred this lettuce off of here and do it. But I think I am going to kind of miss it. It's going to be different. Wendy's is in the process of quietly switching from whole leaf romaine lettuce to shredded iceberg lettuce for its burgers and chicken sandwiches. The switch began this summer at some locations and recently appeared here in Los Angeles, where this is being written from. The move was reportedly made to improve lettuce consistency and maintain a reliable supply. Where the romaine lettuce was hand-leafed at each location, the shredded iceberg lettuce arrives already prepared in bags, so there's a convenience factor as well. The lettuce change does not affect the chain's salads, which, depending on the salad, are made with romaine and or spring mix. Also, additionally, for anyone who was getting the lettuce wrapped burgers, that's no longer an option at locations that have made the switch. Wendy's has not updated its website to reflect the change. I think. Excuse the sniffing, please. I'm on drugs. Actually, I have a cold, and I've been taking Sudafed. Like, I smoke weed, and not really. Like sometimes flower. Like when I smoke flower with my friends, there's definitely something to that that's not the pins or an edible. But when I've been taking Sudafed for being stuffed up, and that makes me feel like I'm more on drugs than anything. I feel like my head's just kind of like detached from my body a little bit. My nose is fucking clear, but I do feel like I am on drugs. So this lettuce change, I think the main difference is going to be not only like the drivability, the eating factor while you're driving is different. I mean, especially Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, before you can just pick it up, and what's the worst thing that can happen is, like, if the tomato's going to slide off a little bit, you'll notice that there's rarely too much mayonnaise that it's going to start dripping mayonnaise. You're fine. That was a very easy sandwich to eat while you're driving. Now with the shredded lettuce, I think that changes. It's more like that's the Big Mac's biggest issue to eat while you're driving is all the lettuce falling out of it. McChicken can be tough too, but a McChicken that comes in a wrapper. Much easier to eat a sandwich that comes in a wrapper while you're driving than something like the Big Mac, which comes in the box. You can't wrap the box around the sandwich and hold it in your hands. This is something that In-N-Out figured out. they've got the wrapper around the burger. So, and I'm sure it changes the flavor. Romaine lettuce tastes different than iceberg lettuce. And it's a freshness thing too. If the romaine lettuce was being shredded in-house at every location on a daily basis, there's no way this bag lettuce is going to be as fresh. So I don't know. I don't want to lament the change until I try it, but doesn't sound great. As much as that stalk of lettuce would bug me sometimes. Somebody declared that Hardee says it was the worst fast food place. Just go to the news here. Jimmy John's introduces new toasted pizza sandwiches for limited time. I like that. I want to go to some of these fucking test kitchens. The McDonald's test kitchen would be amazing. Fucking Taco Bell sounds like they're having fun at Jimmy John's. You just get baked. You're like, well, let's put a fucking pizza in the sandwich. Like, okay. This Papa John's debuts new dippable Papa Dippa pizza with a 4-sauce flight. I don't think a fast food restaurant needs to have a flight. The 4-sauce flight features roasted garlic parmesan, creamy garlic pesto, garlic hot honey, and special garlic sauce. What's different? And here's a closer look at the 3 new sauces. It must just be their garlic sauce then. Do they call if you're all of your garlic sauce is special? It's not special. Taco Bell has the new Grande Nacho. Taco Bell launches new Grande Nachos with a double portion of protein plus toppings served in a paper box at participating locations. Seasoned beef or slow roasted chicken. I've still never been brave enough to try the chicken at Taco Bell. I love this. Served in a paper box. Like fucking perfect. Popeyes is going to have new hot chicken sandwiches. Popeyes partners with Hot Ones. That's that, I think that's that podcast. You had seen, what was it? Fucking, it's not, I was going to say Maya Angelou. It's not Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou would be very funny on Hot Ones. That's going to be tough to do, though, because it looks like she died in 2014. She missed it. She would have been a huge Hot Ones fan. Maya Rudolph has this clip from fucking Hot Ones. If you haven't seen it, fucking Google it. Check it. It's so funny. She's like, why? By the end, she's just so pissed. She's like, oh, how's your husband or something? And she's like, talking about how if he would have left her, she wouldn't be on that show. And she fucking flipped. She's a fucking genius. And it's one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. Anyway, Popeyes is partnering with the Hot Ones. That's gotta be, yeah. Joining forces with YouTube hit Hot Ones, launching a limited time menu. Here are the menu items. A smoking rojo sandwich, medium. A crispy chicken fillet layered with Hot Ones, Los Calientes rojo spread, and tangy pickles on a toasted brioche bun. There's a mild one, a sriracha dipper, crispy strips of all white meat chicken breast, marinated in pickled garlic sriracha. Dare and Dab ghost wings, bone-in or boneless, and a bold ghost powder dry rub. And then the last dab, extremely hot. The last dab. Shake Shack's unveiling a new French onion soup burger. Okay. White Castle debuts new barbecue pulled pork slider. Maybe. I would love that it's just a burger that they called pulled pork. Dude, some of these places. This picture doesn't even fucking look good. But Newcastle is all over, or White Castle is all over. Maybe there's more people around getting fucking pulled pork than I would think. It's like everybody thinks that wherever you go. Well, at least around the Midwest and shit, they don't say it on in California or the desert or wherever. Nobody's like, you don't like the weather, wait an hour. It's like there, it's always just like the same. But the weather changes a lot in a lot of states around here, and wherever you go, like if you're in Nebraska, like you're in Nebraska, it'll be different in an hour. Like Iowa, same thing. Fucking yeah, but there are all these places, all these states. It's the same thing. Little Caesars introduces new ultimate cheesesteak pizza and cheesesteak crazy puffs. Yeah, limited time. That's probably best. Limited time. Yeah, I think I kind of overlooked the dippable aspect of this Papa John's pizza. It's kind of cut like their breadsticks are cut, and you can dip it in these sauces. Okay, Papa John's is now my youngest son's favorite pizza. He gets the cheesesteak pizza from there, and he fucking loves it. Pumpkin pecan pancakes are back at Denny's. Man, I just saw a commercial for IHOP for like $6. You get a couple pancakes and eggs and bacon. Everybody's things are good if that's what they're advertising. Like, it's nice that they have that kind of deal. But anyway, all right. Subway launches fresh fit menu. Grilled chicken and avocado, seasoned steak and avocado, ham and turkey stack. I'm fine not eating Subway ever again. I think I will. I'm sure I'll have Subway, but I'm hoping I don't, and it won't be that great. This is good news. Coming price cuts at McDonald's may signal a broader fast food price war. I've noticed too, it's made the news, like McDonald's has brought back some of the extra value meals. I think locally you can get a Big Mac meal for like $8, which is that's a lot better than it has been. I think more places are going to start doing stuff like that too. And it's different than the biggie bag or whatever. But McDonald's doesn't have that. They just have the meal deals. Yeah, Ned's right by an article saying fast food used to be a cheap food option. What happened? Caramel apple cheesecake cup returning to Popeyes. Okay. I bet that's good. I fucking love cheesecake. We're entering soup season too. If you have any soups that I don't know, what kind of fucking soup are you eating? Hit me up. nextwithapod@gmail.com. We're asking the big questions, and we'll see what kind of answers we get. So, okay. Here's what I think I want to try. Last week, I was craving a gyro, the Arby's gyro specifically. So I went through and I got a gyro from Arby's. It was just what I wanted it to be. It's very fresh. I'm not sure exactly what comes on that. I know I go with the Greek version, which, who knows if they say it's lamb. It tastes like lamb. It'd probably be hard to like fucking manufacture lamb meat. But I don't know. That might be some place where that really is a thing. So I'm gonna mispronounce this sauce name again. But their gyro has the vegetables and this satki sauce. Should we look up how to pronounce this? I think we've done this before. TZAT. I always have a hard time with these, just like pronunciation. Fucking. Oops, it doesn't even bring it up. Should we see if the computer will just play it? Tzatziki.
Tzatziki sauce.
Hey, all right.
Tzatziki sauce.
Can you hear that?
Tzatziki sauce.
Okay. Tzatziki. That red onion, lettuce, looks like shredded iceberg, and tomato. This was surprisingly easy to eat when I was driving, but it's foldable and you can kind of pinch the end a little bit. I really like that. So I think what I'm going to do is, I wish I could remember who emailed about this. Somebody talked about doing some sort of rankings or bracket of fast food items. I think I'm going to do that. And we're going to start with like a 16 item bracket. We'll keep this one short. We can expand to something else later. I don't know. Maybe we just go through like this first one. I'm going to start with the Greek gyro. I just had that Arby's Greek gyro, and I'll pair that up against something. I think I'm going to give this Greek gyro kind of a higher seed because I also knew I liked it going into this competition. And then I'll look maybe. Okay, I've been talking about going to Hardee's let's see. I'm gonna find something kind of just off menu at Hardee. Maybe I could do anything from Hardee's to go up against this Gyro. The one thing with this competition, with this bracket that I'm going to do is I'm going to rule out the Big Mac, the Whopper, and the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, because I'm on record on this podcast ranking those as my top three. So I don't really think it's fair to put to put those in the competition, just knowing that it's not gonna be any fun. Everybody knows who would fuck. Big Mac would win the whole fucking thing. So like this one, it's a true anything can happen. Anybody can win, and we'll go from there. I'm just, if you have any suggestions of things along the lines of the the Arby's Gyro. I'm thinking I'll probably put like the Burger King original chicken sandwich on there. I don't think I want to do like chicken sandwiches, because I think that can be an entirely different bracket on its own. So I'm going to stay away from just like the round bun chicken sandwiches. And anything else, just I'd say kind of entree wise, I'd consider the Gyro an entree. I think this the original chicken sandwich from Burger King is an entree. I don't know, maybe a personal pizza. I don't know. This isn't sanctioned by like the boxing commission or anything. So there aren't any hard and fast rules. We make anything up as we go along. So I'm gonna look for something on. Hardee's has a big breakfast menu. Let's look at maybe their burgers. I'm not big on patty melts. Maybe just do a burger from. Their burgers are pretty simple too. Maybe we should branch out a little more. We'll put Hardee's on there for some or something. Maybe, I don't know, I've wanted to try one of those stackers from Sonic. I think they have a good deal on those now too. I'll figure something out. If you have any suggestions, I'm gonna do this fairly soon here. But yes, I think there'll be 8 initial competitions. We'll have 16 entrants. There'll be 8 initial matchups in the first round. And then we'll go from there. So this will quickly go to the Elite 8, and it'll be fucking 8 weeks. It'll give us something to talk about here. So yeah, I'll figure something out to go up against the Greek Gyro, and I think that might be about it. I'm glad we did the Take 5, the Love's Hot Dogs. Is there any other candy bars that you've had recently that might not be top of mind for anybody? Let me know too. And yeah, it's Halloween candy season. Fucking, it's the best. It's why it's one of the best candy seasons by far. Obviously, I think it kind of still pales behind Easter, but I'm not gonna be sad it's not Easter during Halloween. My son actually has a football game on Halloween. If it's gonna be cold, I might have to wear my gorilla suit to the football game. I think he'd be embarrassed though. Actually, I'm 100% convinced he would be embarrassed. So I won't do that. But yeah, thank you for checking out the show. Come check me out at a stand-up show sometime. They've been fun. We just had a blast in Wichita. That was a lot of fun. That was one of the more fun shows I've had in a while, because I end up seeing a lot of friendly faces down there that I'm very grateful for, that show up to, they've been to multiple shows and to keep showing up. So it's a very friendly crowd, and I can kind of stretch out and try to do some different shit. I don't know, sometimes I get tired of telling the same jokes. That's why I gotta write new shit. But it's fun, and it's like it's comfortable. It's just like being in a fucking around a bunch of friends just fucking laughing about crazy and stupid shit. There was this guy at the show that I'd met outside before, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man." So he was here for the comedy, and I've always wanted to do it. And I'm like, they have an open mic here. And then like, nice to meet you. And he's like, "Oh, you here for this?" I'm like, "I'm on the show." He's like, "Oh, you're on the show." And I just want to do it. And I'm like, then do it. And then during my set, he kept talking to these people across the table from him that I thought they were like there together. And turns out they kind of knew each other, but they weren't there together. Because at one point this girl was like, "Shut up." And I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, I was been talking about the Queen." And he's like, "Oh, I think it was that. Like, I was telling her about this and this, the Queen." I'm like, "Well, just wait and just talk to her about it afterwards." So that's like, everybody else here, they probably might want to say shit too, but they know like you're at a place where it's kind of a listening thing for a while, and then you talk when it's done. And then he kind of left a minute after that, but he knew this. The dude that he knew, they didn't show up together, but he knew him. He sent him a message being like, "I was getting laughs, man," and I'm like, "Oh, he wasn't. He was just like." And he was just getting like a polite laugh from across the table. Like at first just being like, hey, you'd stop talking. But anyway, if you're gonna go to a stand-up show, I don't know, unless somebody, the comic like asks a question, I don't know, shut the fuck up. A lot of people just haven't been to a show. I'm amazed. I just met a dude who came out to this show in 33 years old. His first comedy show. Loves comedy. Had never been to a comedy show. So yeah, I'll fucking come to a show and hit me up for anything that might be a good entrant into this competition of 16, not obscure, but not headlining fast food items. And we'll see you soon. Peace.